Good morning to you.
Elvis, indeed, a good morning to you as well, and great to be here.
First and foremostly, tell us about this competition. It sounds like a very exciting one.
Indeed it is, and it's there to celebrate entrepreneurship, it's there to celebrate success, and it's there to celebrate the individuals that indeed makes a difference. Makes a difference in the community, makes a difference in the sectors that they operate in, and just helps to uplift some of the challenges that we face within our economy, I think, to a large extent, but also within the communities that they operate here. So the competition is indeed one that recognizes their willingness to get up in the morning and to make a difference.
Now, when did it start, and what was the aims and objectives behind this entire competition?
Competition is in its 26th year of running now, and why we started it was indeed just to do that, to celebrate entrepreneurship. We do not think many a times celebrate our successes as much as we ought to. And what we have decided as Sanlam business partners is indeed to celebrate entrepreneurs and to set them up as a showcase of what can be achieved if you go out there and pursue operating your own business as an alternative than finding a job.
Now, many have said, that South Africa is not really a country of entrepreneurs. Maybe the legacy of apartheid play a role to it.
Indeed, so.
Is that the sense that you get?
No, not so. I think the entrepreneurship activity as monitored by GEM is perhaps not as high as we'd like it to be, but we are seeing positive improvement. So if you look over the past 13 years or so, we've seen annually that the rate of economic activity, entrepreneurship activity increasing, and that's indeed a positive trend. Presented with the right opportunities, I believe people will grab it, entrepreneurs will grab it, and that's what we endeavor to do with this, is to showcase it, to show that it can be done, and to make it as an alternative or a viable alternative to especially our youth, because I think that's where the greatest need is.
Now, how has the competition helped previous finalists? Because it's 26 years old. I mean, it's the longest running competition that I know of.
So it is indeed the longest running. I think we've seen many businesses having used it as a springboard. Other than the prize money that they win and cash to the value of about 350,000 rands, total prize money 1.3 million that is shared amongst the winners. What it has helped many of them, if I can refer to some of the examples, last year's winner in particular, based out in Bloemfontein area, in Kwakwa, BB Cash and Carry, Tommy has reflected that this has indeed not just presented him with a good branding and marketing and networking sort of opportunity, but also have exposed him to other opportunities where he's gone abroad and looked at how we can expand his business. So the exposure that you get here, rubbing shoulders with not just the who's who in corporate, but also with your counterparts who've done likewise, indeed brings opportunities to entrepreneurs that otherwise ain't available.
Now, it's less than a month to go before the end, before the cut-off date for the competition. How can entrepreneurs enter this competition?
Well, first and foremost, they can go either to the Sanlam or business partners websites, but the competition itself has its own website, which is www.eoy.co.za. They can get access to the entry forms, complete the entry forms. It's not a sort of one where you need a PhD for, so complete the entry forms, get it through to us before the 16th of June, and we'll take it from there.
And what sort of entrepreneurs and businesses are we talking about?
All entrepreneurs, all sectors, and all manner of forms of businesses has the opportunity to apply or to enter into the competition. We deal with the small business, we deal with emerging business, we deal with job creator, innovator, and emerging. So indeed, we have actually opened it up to a wide spectrum of opportunities and for businesses to enter.
So whether you're a one-man business or a big business, you can enter the competition. So size is not a problem.
Size is not a problem at all.
All right. Now, how is this competition aimed to boost the culture of entrepreneurship in our country? And as I mentioned before, you find entrepreneurs coming from other countries on the continent, and they're much better equipped than what we are.
Yeah. I think first and foremost is to showcase that we can do it. And I think we need to start adopting within South Africa a we can do attitude, that we can actually go out there, start our own business, create job opportunities and make a difference. That's the first thing. I think secondly, by demonstrating that others who are pretty much in similar circumstances to many out there that doesn't know where tomorrow's bread is going to come from. And they've gone and they've made a difference. So we're saying that doing this competition, showcasing our heroes within the business environment, indeed creates a springboard and a platform for others to do likewise. That's the first thing. I think secondly, by encouraging entrepreneurs out there, particularly as I've indicated earlier on amongst the youth, to pursue this as a viable alternative, then going into corporate does indeed make a huge difference.
And just looking for a job.
And just looking for a job.
That era is way past, I would imagine.
It is indeed.
Now, job creation and economic growth, do you think that this entrepreneurship program will really stimulate that in the country?
It does, and I think it will continue to do so. We all agree that entrepreneurship and small businesses are vital to our economy, and especially with the establishment of the new ministry, and I probably don't want to open up a can of worms on that one, but the establishment of the new ministry and having a very direct focus on supporting SMEs in tandem with the competitions and other initiatives that's taking place across the country, I think we're going to give it a good shot and make it happen.
Now, you've touched on it in terms of the businesses that can enter, but what sort of categories are we looking then at?
Categories, as I've indicated earlier on, there's the small business, and these are businesses that's just started off, probably 2 years old and older. Those that are emerging.
If it's less than 2 years?
We probably, if you look at it, we need a bit of a trade history to be able to assess the business. So whilst we may not necessarily exclude them, it is preferable that the business have a bit of a track record so we can compare and see what they have done and where they're going to. The emerging, the job creator, BB as an example, last year was a job creator, having created 680 job opportunities for people in and around the community, and I think that's something to be heralded. Then there's the innovator, and then our overall winner amongst those categories.
Mr. Billings, thank you so much for coming in and joining us here in studio.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And that was the spokesperson for the Sanlam and Business Partners Entrepreneur of the Year competition, Lionel Billings, here with us in studio.